thank you for tuning in and welcome you back to Elevate Inspire. Yours truly, Dr. Arlen K. Parham, and we're where we are leading those to elevate, inspire in their leadership, in their personal growth, in their everyday life. And so, as we look at the book, I had opportunity to read the book Unstoppable. Unstoppable. Wow, this unstoppable. Unstoppable. I have a version of it here in my hands. Unstoppable by David Anderson, transforming a mindset to create change and accelerate and for results. And so this is an extraordinary book. I had opportunity to hear about it on a training. I was in military training at Fort Jackson. And during my time of graduation, we had a speaker who was the general of the Fort Jackson Post. And he came and he talked about this book and then it inspired me to get it and read it. And I enjoyed it and I want to inspire to share it with you. Leadership and Personal Growth Series. How to become unstoppable. Wow, that's how to become unstoppable. I hope that you want to become that type of person that nothing in life pulls you back, that you are like that airplane and you take off and going higher. So how do you become that? Keys to become a game changer. And so once again, I want to give credit to David Anderson, his teaching on faith-centered leadership, mindset, legacy, curated by yours truly. And so as we move forward into our study session here, our listening session, so talent, the core idea, talent gets you noticed. Mindset makes you unstoppable. Talent may get you noticed, but mindset, consistency, purpose, and integrity determines whether you become a true game changer or not. I believe that. This is a practical framework. It teaches us how to be unstoppable, to call to perform, to step up, to step out, to be your best, to give your best, to be what God, I like that. I believe I'm a faith-filled man that God created you to be. So this framework, unstoppable, strengthen our mindset, grow toward the kind of leader and the kind of leadership that changes the game. I don't know about you. So let me recap real quick before I move on that from that slide. Four things matter most. Mindset, how you think. Bible says, how's a man thinketh, so is he. Second, consistency. Thirdly, purpose. And number four, integrity. And so we're moving forward to doing integrity because definitely, no matter where you go, you have to have integrity because you can get higher, but without integrity, you can't stay higher. And so the next movement is call to excellence, spiritual framework, call to excellence, not excuses. Before the performance, the framework, the heart grounds, the conversation, and faith held belief. Got to have that belief. Got to believe God has already given us what we need for life, godliness, and purpose. The conclusion follows directly. If change is needed, it begins with changing yourself. You got to change yourself. You got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, something in my life has to make an adjustment so I can be better and stronger. And so as we move forward, um, we think about that mindset. We think about the goals and an adversity that we're coming. Think about the goal and adversity that we're coming through and we're riding in and we're moving in. And so we thank God for every step that we take um, because we just believe that when God sets us on course, the only setback is ourselves, not believing, not trusting the godliness and the purpose that God has placed in us. So challenge yourself to change. Look in that mirror so that if you want to be a better leader, better personal, grow stronger in your endeavors, in your creativity. You have to change your mindset. And it starts with your belief system, how you believe. Provision creates responsibility. Second Peter 1 and 3 argues our spiritual blessing remove the excuse of passivity. The resources for change are already given. How many know that God will supply our every need according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus? So hang on in there. Be that leader that's unstoppable. Purpose requires growth. Purpose requires growth. The goal is not merely to be competent, but to become the kind of person whose life, work, create positive change. I want to be a difference maker. I want to make a positive change, not a negative. I want to be a problem solver, a solution, not another problem. So excellence is calling before it is a competence. Excellence is a calling before it is competence. So hang on in that, hold on to that statement, internalize it, and apply it to your everyday life. So everyone has a most consistent level of play. So we talk about the four performance levels here. Dave Anderson borrows this model from a team and sport analogy. Your performance may fluctuate day to day. And yes, I agree with that. But one level usually describes your most dominant pattern. Number one, are you an undertaker? Number two, are you a caretaker? Number three, are you a playmaker? And number four, game changer. And so when that general was standing on that stage and looking at us as students, and he started walking through that, this picked up my attention more than anything. Are you an undertaker? Who are you? Are you a caretaker? Who are you? Are you a playmaker? Who are you? Are you a game changer? So, undertaker, number one, underperform. So this is an issue. Sometimes it's lack of skill, knowledge, or experience. Or often it's a toxic mindset that cancel out the talent. They have talent, but because of their mindset, their attitude, they fall short. And I've been around, I played sports. I was a three-sport athlete in my high school, football, basketball, and track. And I've been around some guys that was very talented, could have made a lot of success, but their attitude kept them crunched, kept them down, even though they had the talent to go higher. So your attitude, commonly said, it does truly determine your altitude. So then the second is the caretaker. Does what is required. I'm gonna do what is required. Nothing less, nothing more. Have no whole lot of expectations. I'm gonna do the bare minimum of what I supposed to do in order to get by. Nothing more. Definitely he's reliable. She's reliable. They're gonna show up, but don't expect a lot. But settle into the baseline performance, average contribution. I'm gonna throw it at that to do. That's the caretaker. And then number three, the playmaker. Playmaker. Who are you in that scenario? The playmaker has the talent, has a good attitude, and can produce extraordinary results, but lacks the consistency to sustain momentum. So there are those that show up and do it, but they can't do it on a consistent basis. They may be here 1 month, and then next month they're not. And so they're not consistent. The playmaker. And then number four, the goal that all of us should try to strive to be. And I hope that one day I become that, and that's my goal to reach, is the game changer. Performs at a high level, day after day, leaving impact and legacy through disciplined habits and thinking patterns. That's my goal. That's what I want to be. And I hope that you are listening to this podcast, listen to this time that we share, because you want to be a game changer. You want to be a difference maker. You want to make things better than what you receive on a high level every day, consistent, 24 hours. I want to get there. I want to be there. I want to be that person. So thinking patterns change. Discipline happens. That's what it takes. Having it hard. Understanding your why. That I want to leave a legacy. Want to leave things better. I don't just want to live and just say I live, but I want to leave something behind for my children and grandchildren can hold on to. Performance level is not a life sentence. Remember that. The performance level is not a life sentence, but this is a lifelong legacy that we're leaving behind. Listen, the warning about talent. Talent does not equal contribution. I've seen some talented people, but they self-contained. They are talented, use only their talent for their own means, but never really making a positive impact. So you can be talented, but not touchable. The strongest caution is in the episode. If the talent can hide and even feed the wrong mindset. I've seen some talented people come into situation and contact and be most toxic because of their talent, because they didn't use their talent for godly glory, for wives, or to build a team. They use their talent for a selfish means. A person can be gifted and still damaging to a team. So listen to this. How does they play out? When lack is fixable, missing knowledge, low experience, insufficient training, skills that gaps that can improve the right attitude when lack is fixable. When talent turns toxic, it's poor teamwork. Hmm. I've been there. I've seen that. I've been in some areas, some arenas that haven't experienced how team dynamic can fall. Blaming others, complaining, or woe is me thinking. Woe is me thinking. Complaining. Woe is me thinking. And we got to understand it's not about us. Got to be willing to see the big picture. A good leader sees the big picture. Cocking it. Sometimes it can come out, especially with a lot of supremely talented people, cocking it. You can't talk to them. They know everything. Selfishness. It's all about me. You need my talent. I don't need yours. And it rubs off in selfishness. Being driven only by money. The Bible says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money itself, but the love of it is the root of all evil. So being a good leader, a game changer, have the right mindset. Talent can take you somewhere your mindset cannot keep you. I believe that. Great statement. Talent can take you somewhere that your mindset cannot keep you. Gifted hands still need a governing heart. Gifted hands need a governing heart. And that's what my relationship with God comes in. I'm far from being what considered to be talented. But the little bit I do have, I want God to govern my heart, my intention, and what I do. What separates the game change? The more that compound, that more, M-O-R-E, that compound. Game changers are not described as magically gifted. They have built habits and thinking patterns that cause them to bring more of the right things consistently. Number one, more effort. Number two, more energy. Number three, more enthusiasm. Number four, more excellence. I'm going to do my best no matter who else. Number five, more passion. Passionate about what I'm doing. Number six, more attitude. Attitude of gratitude. Attitude to make it a dog going to get it. Number seven, more focus. Fixed, not all over the place. Going for it. And number eight, more integrity. I'm going to do the right thing, but nobody else does. I don't need a crowd to do what's right. I'm going to do what's right. And even when the crowd is there shouting not to do, I'm still going to do the right thing. Integrity. So the source of energy, two questions. The power eight trait. The host, connect, sustain performance to strong why. People operating at undertaker or caretaker level often aren't having found a why strong enough to move. They don't have the why. I'm still at that because I hadn't really gained my why that inspires me to move into that next range of a game change. Why should I get up in the morning? Why should anyone care? That's a heart issue. That's a heart issue. Purpose strengthens resilience. Without compelling reason, quitting becomes easy. Purpose strengthens resilience. And without a compelling reason, quitting becomes easier. A weak why makes every obstacle feel like an exit. A weak why makes every obstacle feel like an exit. So, the red belt lesson. There's a red belt lesson in this. Act like a challenger, even if you are a champion. Anderson used a martial arts image. The red belt just before the black belt is hungry and humble. Hungry and humble. Wow, that's some great leadership traits and qualities, personal growth mindset. Be hungry and humble. The danger comes after arrival when people mentally exhale and lose their edge. The red belt mindset, hungry and humble, something to prove, still fighting for the next level. Never lose your fight. Black belt grit, arrive, I'm here. I'm comfortable now. I've made it. Going along instead of training hard, losing their edge. The practical takeaway applies beyond martial art. Success can shrink your why unless you keep redefining it. The challenge is to stay hungry after winning. How do I stay hungry after I've gained victory? Stay hungry, especially after you've eaten. Stay hungry. Don't get to the point that you're so full that you get so comfortable that you stop striving to be better every day. Be a game changer. Be unstoppable. Christian entrepreneurs, why? Do not climb the ladder on the wrong wall. Do not climb the ladder on the wrong wall. The host extended Anderson's teaching into a faith-centered warning. A why based on material success eventually reaches a ceiling. God-centered is why is tied to purpose, service, eternity, and legacy. Let me say it again. A God-centered why is tied to purpose, service, eternity, and legacy. Success must not become an idol. Business, income, advancement are disordered if they climb above your priority. The heart of the matter. More should mean more blessing. Growth is a way to add value, bless people, and increase positive impact, not merely to accumulate. Not about that. And then legacy includes home, the hosts, the readers, the growth as a way to add value, bless people, increase positive impact, remaining accountable. Wow, that's a big one. Remaining accountable. And family in the model of success, day and night. Somebody always watching us. Our family is watching us. And we want to set a good example to be that game changer. Build a life, not just a ladder. Build a life, not just a ladder. Find your current level. Strengthen your why. Build the habits that make greatness repeatable. Let me end this episode with a simple challenge. Do not stay where you are. If you know you are capable of more, dig deeper so you can go high. Dig deeper so you can go high. Once again, this is Dr. Arlen K. Parham. Hope something was said that will help you internalize what you need to do next for your success. Keep going. Keep your head up. You're on your way up. Until next time.